Well, hello YouTube, and a warm welcome to the New to Crypto channel. My name is Ian, and as always, I'm your host. Now, we've got a lot to get through today, but don't forget scammers in the comments below, so don't give them any of your financial information, and if they're pretending to be me, then just don't answer them. Simple as that. There will be a box around my name, or there'll be videos on the channel if it is me. And also, don't forget, VV.exchange is not a real website, so do not buy your tokens from there, because I don't want you to get scammed. But we're going to move over to the other monitor, so that we can see what's going on in the world of Ecomi today. So first up, we got this from Crypto John, or John Savage Music. He put too many bullish signs. Basically, Amazon, you can see there, the guys are going to be big. Also meeting up with Ecomi Digital Marketing. These guys are going to be big, is what he says. It's Stefan Merton, who is the Principal Solutions Architect at Amazon Web Services. So it kind of gives you an idea of where we're going in the future, I suppose. I won't say too much about that because a few people have already covered that. If you want to know more about it, then check out Hello K's video because he talks a little bit more about that and what's going on there. Let's move on to the next thing, shall we? Dr. Cryptomi just tweeted this like literally just a few moments ago, and VV retweeted it. Market cap collectibles 400 billion, video games 200 billion, NFTs 200 billion per quarter, wearables 39 billion young. The pies Omi will eat every day for many, many quarters of growth. Somebody else tweeted that this needs to get out to more people, so I thought I'd stick it in the video so you could all see it, just in case you haven't. But it just shows you what is possible, essentially, you know, with the market caps of all of those. And Ecomi is literally getting his fingers in so many pies. Also, they sort of forgot about the retail sector as well. The retail sector is huge, and I'll explain more about that a bit later because I've got a cool interview with something really interesting in there. I spoke about it a little bit yesterday in one of the videos about the fact that they want to have it in retail stores, but this interview is from way back in 2018 as well, and you can see where the trajectory is going already, essentially, and I didn't even think about this at all. So let's move on to the next thing, shall we? Trevor has retweeted, and VV has tweeted, or Ecomi has tweeted, they're going to do an AMA. So last week they did an AMA. It was sort of an impromptu one because it was supposed to be a talk with Hello K, and then what happened was Reese turned up, and everybody just started firing questions at him, and it turned into an AMA. So it's quite early in the morning for anyone who's in Spain or England, but you know, you may want to stay up for it, or if not, I'm sure somebody will record it and put it on YouTube anyway, so I don't think you have to worry about that. And as you said, you can see that it's at 5 PM Pacific Standard Time. So therefore, go to the Twitter or or go to the Discord to find out exactly when all this is going on, and you get to ask them that burning question that you've got on your mind. You know, maybe something about certain artists being in their VV vault, or I don't know, whatever you want to ask them. One thing I would say is you don't want to ask like where's Pokemon and when's Binance and all that, because it'll probably just get the same answer, and we've had that so many times. So you know, let's try and be a bit more creative with the questions we ask. So anyway, let's move on to the next question. Next question? What am I talking about? The next slide, even. The next slide is this, and that is that David Yu was in an NFT conference. Now, I caught this on Kyle's channel, so if you go to Kylie Wilson and you go to his channel, then you can see the full conference on there. He streamed it for everybody, and you can see the different people that are in there and all that kind of thing. David spoke a little bit about Ecomi when he could get a word in. There was, you know, a few little things and bits and bobs. There wasn't anything too massive, in my opinion. It was just general stuff about Ecomi and, VV and all that kind of stuff, but you know, you might get something out of it, so go and have a little listen. It was quite funny, the question they asked him at the end, which is when Pokemon, and then the answer that he gave, he didn't say when, by the way, but he didn't say it wasn't, so therefore, you know, take from that what you will. Now, this is really cool. This, I came across this the other day just while I was sort of floating around in YouTube, and this is Rebel Duck Studios. And Rebel Duck Studios has basically, in his own words, he's taken sort of inspiration from Thompson. So if you haven't joined both of their channels, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. So you've got Thompson, and then this guy here, Rebel Duck Studios. He's only got 15 subscribers when I looked last, so go and subscribe to his channel. Basically, what he does is he's created a... like a presentation, no, not a presentation, what's the word for this? What am I looking for? A spreadsheet, that's the word I'm looking for. Kind of a spreadsheet, and he basically follows every single collectible. So if you're really into your collectibles and you want to find out what price they were going for, what price they're going for now, and all that thing, you can see these little graphs. And as you can see, he's named them after people he likes in the Ecomi community. So we'll give a quick shout out now. So we've got Butt Trend, so obviously that's from Thompson. We have got NFT Pirate card. Incidentally, NFT Pirates, make sure you check out their channel as as well. There's some really good stuff on there. They talk about trades that they've done and trades that they didn't like doing, and and what prices they've got them for. And I learned so much about collectibles because I didn't really know much about the collectibles apart from just buy it and stick it in your vault essentially. But it's all about whether or not you've got a collectible with under 100 mint, or under the 100 range of the mint. So in other words, if you get the lower the mint you get, the more valuable it is, and all kinds of these sort of things that I didn't really know about. Sort of touched on a bit because other people have said, but they really go into detail on it, and it's a great channel. So check out NFT Pirates. Earth 2 Mastery, another great channel as well, with Gag. So therefore go and check out his channel. Circulating Supply. So this is the Earth 2 Mastery pie chart, the NFT Pirate card, the butt trend, Hello K narrative, again another great channel, and of course the Taps filter. So I'm sure Taps will be really pleased that he's a filter. But anyway, so you get the idea. So go and check out Rebel Duck Studios, and you can see and subscribe to his thing on there. Let's move on, shall we? Now this is really interesting. Or it was for me anyway, and I hope it is for you. So basically, the other day, I'm going to try and cue this up as I'm talking. So basically, the other day, what happened was I said a little bit about... well, not a little bit. There was speculation, shall we say. So let's move this into position here. So let's go back to here. Right, now there was speculation regarding whether or not Hello Kitty was on the old site, essentially. So I thought what I'd do is I would jump back into the old site and I would see if it was true, just so that way the speculation could be proved or not. Unfortunately, I didn't find much on it, but I'll show you what I did find in a second. But I just thought this was kind of cool anyway, and I thought I'd go over them with you. And this is the old sites of Vivi before we've got this new sort of, the new one that we've got at the moment. So first off, let's have a look here. Let me just move this out of the way. So this is from way back when. This is when the IEO had literally just finished. And incidentally, some of the videos and interviews I'm going to show you in a bit are from then as well, or from before then, when they were doing interviews with different people and stuff like that. And one I showed you yesterday or the day before now with Crypto Crow, it was really interesting because I went back to have a look at something and I saw a comment in there. And Adam Awesomeface, shout out to Adam Awesomeface. You've probably seen him popping up in different, YouTube videos and stuff where people have talked about him, or I think he was the guy who asked Trevor for the drivable T-Rex. Well, he was actually in, I spotted him in the thing, he was actually in the Crypto Crow interview in 2018. So I guess he's one of the OGs and he's been doing, literally in this since the very beginning. And he had the foresight, unlike most of us, to actually invest in Ecomi from the beginning. Either that, or maybe he was just in the crowd and it just so happens to be the case. But obviously he invested in Ecomi now, and he's really invested in it from what I can gather. And I'm not sure if he's one of the beginning ones. It may be if he can let us know in the comments if he watches this channel. I don't know if he does, or maybe someone else can find out. But I just thought it was interesting. He was in the Crypto Crow interview, and there he was there. But anyway, so this is the old site. Which I found really interesting. You've got, there it is, it's literally just after it sold out. There's other incarnations of this as well. But this is the sort of most, it didn't change over the years, essentially, or not over the years, but from 2017 onwards, up until this point, it didn't change much. So this is why I brought this one in. But you can see there, you've got the full review, the pitch deck, and the white paper. Some of those links don't work anymore, unfortunately, for obvious reasons. You've got announcement, learn more. Now, they do have the pitch deck, actually, and I will bring that up in a second and show you that. The white paper and the full review. We'll have a look at those in a second. So we've got bringing premium licenses, blah, 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 next evolution of collectibles. Now, you can see that Tokidoki is the main focus on this, and that's because they'd already announced the Tokidoki license. In fact, I believe that's the first one they announced, and that's the one that they pretty much did all their stuff with. You've got the thing about Alfred Khan here, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Turtles, and all that kind of thing. Collectibles industry generates 200 billion per annum. This sort of stuff. So basically telling all the stuff, the roadmap as well. And then I thought this was really cool because I don't see this on the other site, and that is the meet the team. So you can actually see all the pictures of them and everything. They always say that if you can actually see the team and know who they are, then you're more likely to invest, essentially, rather than these, meme coins that hide the team and they're all sort of incognito. Well, this is really cool. And they don't have this on the actual VV site at the moment, but obviously they used to. And now obviously everyone's invested anyway, pretty much. But you can see the whole team. Dan, Mikkel, is it? Joseph and Alfred, that's the main guys there. Then we've got these guys here who sort of help out doing different things, web developers and full stack developers and all that kind of thing. And if we click through, we've obviously got Reese there, so you can see Reese. Yeah, we've just got a lot of different people. So check out this site. If you want, I'll link it in the comments below, so that way you can go and check it out if you want to have a little look. And then this is kind of interesting as well to me, and that is the board of advisors. Now, a couple of these has been speculated against by other YouTubers and by myself as well. I think I said at one point that there was speculation of Campunia, which is quite interesting because actually if you look in the white paper, it blatantly says he's part of it. So I don't know why we speculated as such by looking at LinkedIn and coming out as it's a speculation. Well, it's not really, it's true. But you can see Ben's in the interview that I'm going to show you in a little bit anyway. Andrew Lee, we've got Hongbo Zhu, I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry if I'm butchering these names. But Hongbo Zhu, we actually had a little thing that Ecomi put out the other day, and it was like meet the team. So I guess all of these are going to be coming out at some point anyway, if they haven't already, and I've just missed them. You can see here Red Button Gaming founder. So if you're wondering who Red Button Gaming were, and they mentioned it a couple of times, and then there was like speculation again, like is it Red Button Gaming this, and it is, and again it's in the white paper, funnily enough. Campunia, there he is there, and Paul Adams, there you go. So that's all the team that were involved as well, so you get to see it all clear. Now, whether or not these team members and board members and people who are working for them are still involved, I don't know. Okay, this is just the old website. I'm just showing you to, just to have a bit of fun, really. So let's move on down. So there you go, it tells you about them in the media, and it also tells you their Ecomi partners. You've got Coolbit X, Red Button Gaming, RMG, Tokidoki, OnStar, OpenSea. We did a little thing about they had in their Medium article, they said about they were partnering with OpenSea, so maybe that's on them. Not sure if it's still around. Pixion Games, obviously Campunia, and all the other ones there. You can check them out yourself. Games R Us, though, is a big one, and we'll get to that in just a second. Well, actually, we'll get to it now, because RMG, I thought, oh, who's RMG? And I had to check, and I didn't realise, stupidly, and I completely forgot, but it was David Yu. He's actually the CEO of RMG. So let's go to RMG's website. This is RMG's website here, and this is a page flipbook thing, which is kind of interesting, and you've got Games R Us there, which is one of the affiliated companies. Hobbyco, Livewire, Vagabond, Black, all of these ones here, basically you saw in the thing as well, in all the logos and stuff, and you can see that the affiliated business and intellectual brands that they have with them. So I'm not going to speculate on anything, I'm just going to let you look at those there, so you can see that that's available essentially. Whether or not they're coming to Vivi or not, I'll let you make your own mind up, but you can see that some of them are already confirmed anyway. Obviously Tokidoki, Bandai, why do I know Bandai? That's what do you call it, isn't it? Isn't that, maybe I'm getting it wrong. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so you can see DC is there as well. So these are all the ones that that they've worked with in the past or whatever, and you can see some of them that stand out more than others, which is pretty cool. But this is not speculation that they're coming. This is literally just taking it from the website of RMG. Okay, just to let you know. Don't want to get myself in trouble. Everyone keeps on saying stop speculating, so I'm not going to speculate anymore as such. I'm going to let you make your own mind up. So that's the website there. Anyway, so that's pretty much the Ecomi website, the old Ecomi website, and there is the white paper and the pitch deck as well. But what I thought I'd do, I'll jump into the next bit here, which is basically the next alliteration of the website, essentially. So nothing much changed, and then this is the website that came out. So, this is the one that was changed on the 3rd of August 2020. This was changed to this, whoopsie daisy, and this is where we got some of the pictures and some of the speculations. As you can see, we've got Superman just there, and we know Superman's coming because obviously DC. We've got Batman just there, and then here we've got the picture that everyone was talking about because of the fact it seems to have the Marvel logo. And then here, just next to it, we have got here that Cryptomaniac, if you haven't checked out his channel, check out his channel. I'll link it down below as well. Cryptomaniac discovered that this is actually Titans, the TV series. Great show, by the way. If you haven't checked it out, then go and check that one out. Titans, the TV series, and it's a picture from there. So, therefore, you can see what we've got. And also, down the bottom here, we have got the NFL, and we have got Adventure Time. Not Adventure Time, Monster Hunters, sorry, Monster Hunters, and there is Adventure Time just there in the middle. So this is the one that they used when they first finished the IEO, and then they changed website. This is the first alliteration of that website. And then after that, they changed to this. So as you can see, it's slightly changed over here. So I don't know why that is, why they've done that, but I guess they still kept the Marvel logo there. In fact, you can see it even clearer than before. Look, if you look there, it's kind of a bit... Oh, no, it's pretty much the same, actually. Forget I said that. It's the same one. This one here is still Titans. This one here looks like Ant-Man to me, but it also could be Ultraman. I suppose it depends how you look into it, but I think that looks to me like Ant-Man, and that's what everyone was saying. Then you've obviously got all the DC characters, and then they changed this bottom one here. They changed it from NFL and Monster Hunter to the Powder Puff Girls. I believe that's Powder Puff. So therefore, it was kind of like, oh, why did they change it, I wonder? Which was really interesting, because then this was on the 12th of August, and then on the 12th of November, they changed it back again. So therefore, you've still got those ones up the top, and then you've got the football back again, and you've got the Adventure Time again. So I thought that was quite interesting. And then after that, they went to this one here, which is the main one, obviously, and that's what we've got at the moment. So that's all of the website archives, and I just thought it was quite interesting and something that people might find a bit interesting to have a look at. There we go. Right, there we go. So this is the Ecomi Collect white paper. And this isn't the white paper. This is the thing that there was a link for before. And this is basically the presentation that they had. So there's not much in here we don't really know about anyway. But I thought I'd just quickly flick through it for you, just so you can see all about the market validation and all that. And I will link this in the comments below, so that way you can, you can grab it if you want. And as you can see, it's just slightly different. There's a few things in there that we've already seen, security and the recovery, and all that kind of stuff. So that's the Ecomi Collect. Now, there's nothing in there really that stands out more than what we know already anyway. So let's move on to the white paper. This is the old white paper. This was before the one that we have at the moment. And now most of the stuff is the same in there, but there are a few changes. And I'm not sure if these are changes because of the fact that these are changes because they've changed the way they're going, or whether they just haven't announced these things yet. Maybe they've put them on the back burner or what, because there's some really cool stuff in here. So again, I'll link this in the thing so you can see, but let's have a little looky here. One of the main things they seem to focus on a lot is the secure wallet, which we don't really talk about that much, I guess because it's not available to buy. And incidentally, I really want one of these because it looks absolutely awesome. And I'm going to show you a video interview in a moment with more about the secure wallet, which is going to blow you away. And you can see here, this is all the details about the secure wallet, how it works and all that kind of thing. And they've got the loss and the thing to get your thing back with the serial numbers and all that kind of thing. And that's kind of cool. And that's in the white paper anyway, the other white paper. But this is what I thought was quite cool. And I don't remember this in the other white paper. And that is the product offering summary. So they've got number one, which is secure wallet, which is completed. The next one is Ecomi 1. Which I don't know many people have heard of that, so I'll explain that in a second. Then you got the Ecomi app, we know about that obviously. Then you got Ecomi Vault. Now that's interesting because I don't remember anything about that. And then obviously Ecomi Collect. Now Ecomi Collect, Ecomi app by the way is the secure wallet. The Ecomi Collect is the app we know now as Vivi. Sorry, better put that one in. So there's the secure wallet. There's all the details about the secure wallet. Tells you all about it and all that sort of thing. And then the next one, which I thought was interesting, and that is the Ecomi 1. So this is Ecomi 1. It's the Ecomi 1 card. Now, I touched on it a little bit because there was a little advert about it, but I don't think they've really pushed this in a big way yet. So the Ecomi 1 credit card's global payment system. So basically, it's a credit card for your Omi and all that kind of thing, which I think is really cool. And you've also got the Ecomi Exchange. So they're talking about the Ecomi Exchange here. So the purchase summary, payment request, and all this kind of thing. It goes into real detail here. I'm not going to do that because otherwise this video will be like 50 minutes. As it is, it's probably going to be quite long. So therefore, check it out yourself. I'll leave it in the details below. And if you see anything in there that's really interesting that I did miss, then feel free to let me know, and we can go over it in detail at a later date. But so this is the Ecomi app. This is the as you can see, they've got a web version and another version, and this is all your files, your wallet, your messages, all that kind of thing. It's really kind of interesting because it's slightly different to what it is now. Ecomi NFC, it talks about that as well. The marketplace, and Ecomi Vault. Now, this is what I wanted to touch on a little bit as well, because this is really interesting because I hadn't heard them talking about this. Now, obviously, we've got our vault for our NFTs, which is obviously like a real vault, essentially. And this is, the reason it's more interesting to me is because it tells you, it's basically about people putting stuff in the vault that's not just their Ecomi things. So, for instance, let's have a look here. If I move here, the potential use cases. I thought this was really interesting. Individual 1. Joan, an aspiring musician, has created the next #1 hit song. Before she sends her demo tape to recording executives, she wants to prove that the song is hers. So Joan creates an account with Ecomi Vault. So next, Joan uploads her folder and creates a timestamped record of her creation. Now this is really cool because this literally takes like IP essentially to a new level, doesn't it? Because like just as an example, I came up with an idea for something and I sent it to one of my agents, and in order to, before I could do any of that, I had to sort of register this in a in a company, and it cost me, I can't remember how much it cost me, but it cost me a little bit to do it, like 40 or 50 pounds to register it. Now, not everyone's going to want to do that, and to be honest, the idea has never been used, and it just disappeared into the ethos. So basically, I just wasted like 50 pounds, or maybe it was more. I can't even remember. But I wanted to make sure that this idea was just not used without my permission, because it was a possibility that it could have gained a lot of money if it was used. But instead, basically what happens now is, it seems, you can go to the Ecomi vault, if they are still doing this. I don't know, because this is an old white paper, remember. So if they're still doing this, you could upload it to your Ecomi vault, which automatically has a timestamp and all that kind of thing, which essentially copyrights it for you, I guess. I don't know, there's another example here. Jeff is purchasing a laptop. Once he reaches the checkout, Ecomi Vault app prompts him to... Oops, I just kicked the camera there, so you'll find a little movement. The Vault app prompts him to auto-populate his details. He's prompted by Ecomi Secure Web to physically confirm the transaction. His name, full address, and credit card details are retrieved from the decentralized database that's inside Ecomi Vault. And he completes his order knowing his personal information remains safe. That's absolutely brilliant. And one of the other things that they were talking about, and they talk about this in an interview a bit later on, and I'm going to try and pick that out for you and show you, because it's absolutely fantastic, and it's all about passwords on websites and using your Ecomi wallet as a password generator for all websites that you use. And I'll talk about more about that in a bit if I've written down the exact point that it's in the thing, which I really hope I have. Anyway, but yeah, so there you go. So there's more in this white paper. It's huge. It's not just about VV and all that kind of thing. And you can see, and incidentally, the reason I brought in the white paper as well was not only because of that cool stuff. You've got the partnerships and all that kind of thing as well. Also, this is interesting here, and this literally structures out exactly what is going to be offered in the way of collectibles. 2D collectibles with AR function, 3D collectibles, 2D, 3D collectibles with AR function, single animation cycle, walk, run, etc. I'm not sure if this is in the original white paper. I don't remember, but it was a while since I read it. So, I may be wrong here, but 2D, 3D collectibles, AR function, multiple animation cycles, AR function that's posable, which is interesting because I don't remember anyone saying about posability, and also collectibles with AR function in a small scene. So I guess you got the add-ons here as well, the items for 2D collectibles, the scenes for the 2D props and collectible scenes, animation sequences, walk the character around. This is all talking about the VVverse, I guess, which incidentally they put up on the website incidentally as well, all about the VVverse. They put up some new pictures and stuff like that. I know lots of other YouTubers have covered that, so I won't go into that, so you can feel free to go and have a look at that. 2D collectibles, AR function, small scene, but that world's largest environments collectibles can navigate through. So basically, that's the VVverse, isn't it, that they're talking about there. Now remember, this is from like 2018 as well, so we're way into the future now with this, which is why this is literally a blast from future past, I guess. Why Ecomi Collect tells you all about it as well. And yes, there you go. And now this is why I thought about the Hello Kitty thing. This is why I wanted to bring it up, and it was just literally this bit here. This is the only thing I can think of as the reason that the lady who was on chat said, oh, they've got Hello Kitty, and that is because it says your brand here, and it's got that little thing. So I can't think we can say we've got Hello Kitty for sure. It's a massive license. If we do have it, that will be awesome, and I think a lot of people will be drawn to the app because of it. But I'm going to take that speculation back, because all we've got essentially from looking at the old website, and that is this, and that is that brand image. So, it could be, maybe, who knows. But I'm going to try not to speculate too much anymore anyway. As I said, I will let you make your own mind up on that. So there you go. So, I think that's quite cool. It's a really nice white paper, and it's completely different, essentially, to the one that we've got at the moment. Oh, it talks about the Ecomi utility as well, but, I'll link it in the comments below so that way you can have a little read of it. But anyway, let's move over now. Oh, this is going to be a long video today, I tell you. Let's move over now to the interview that I found, which I don't think anyone else has talked about. So I'm going to go through some of the points in that interview and really get down and dirty with that interview. So let's move over to that right now. Okay, so I was just about to go over to the interview, but what I've decided is I'm actually going to split this video into two parts, because the first part has been quite long already, and then we've got another part with an interview which is even long. Well, maybe not longer, but it's just quite a long part as well. So I'm going to split that into part two. So therefore, thank you very much for joining me here today. As always, don't take this as financial investment advice in any way, shape, or form. What do I know? I'm new to crypto. Bye bye for now, and I'll see you in part two.